Okay, just by the title and thumbnail, you already know what I'm about to be talking about. Basically, me talking about how you could go from 0 to 100,000, some things I did, and something that I have recently learned to help that process go a lot faster. So things I have learned, it took me from 4 years. So I started credit when I was 18 and I'm now 22 with this information, but what I'm gonna be telling you guys, you could be able to do this, I would say within 6 months to a year. So now the first, and I would say most important thing, because this is gonna build like the foundation of your credit profile, is finding like a reliable credit union. Like I go with Navy Federal because they always give out good limits. And when you have these good limits showing on your credit report, this is going to be something called comparable credit, which is going to make it so much easier for you to get different lines of credit from different banks at high limits. Okay, so now with anything that you do in life, there's always needs to be a strong foundation with that. So now building a strong foundation with your credit profile is going to be establishing a relationship with a primary bank. So now, again, I will go with Navy Federal. What you're going to do is just build an internal relationship, start direct deposit, just anything, But yeah, back to what I was saying. Yeah, you know, you just want to create a strong foundation with this bank. So get any secure credit cards. They have pledge loans, direct deposit. Just make it your primary bank, and this is going to be I guess you could say like the stopping grounds of building your credit profile. So now the whole process of obtaining the whole $100,000, this is what you need to do. So something you could do is get a credit builder where they can report a line of credit for $25,000 onto your credit report, and this will be that comparable credit that you could show to these other banks to be able to get the money. You also could go ahead and get an authorized user for somebody who has a high credit limit, and it's also going to be showing these other credit card companies that you have high limits on your credit profile. And once you build that internal relationship with Navy Federal, they're going to feel a lot more lenient to lending you a line of credit. Like I personally have a $24,000 card with them and a 10.5K card with them. So now for me having that on my credit profile, let's say when I go to Chase is going to see that and they might feel more lenient giving me a line of credit. All right, so now your credit card usage is also going to be a very important factor with this, because banks aren't going to be lending to people who are heavily in debt and just having a whole bunch of maxed out types of credit cards, like 60-70% usage, because this is just going to show you might do this with them also, which is then going to affect the trust with them even giving you access to say $2,000. So your credit card usage is going to be a very important thing. I personally recommend keeping it from 10% and under. Doing this is going to show banks that you don't really need the credit that much, but you are looking for it, because when you're too desperate for things, like you're more than likely to not get it. So credit isn't something that you should be using like crazy. It should just be something that you use once in a while, or to like just a certain extent. You don't need to be maxing out your cards all the time, because again, it's going to affect your credit score and also affect the odds of you even getting approved for things later down the line. So now just to go over everything that I had discussed in this video, I hope it wasn't too hard to comprehend, but I'm just going to go over it because, it's really not that complicated. People just tend to overcomplicate it. So one thing you need to focus on, establishing a good relationship with a bank. From there, you want to start adding different type of trade lines on your credit profile to show higher limit credit cards, because from doing this, other banks are going to be able to see that and they might lend you money. So that's how you get the comparable credit. It could be trade lines, credit builders. There's a whole bunch of different things you could do. So now from doing those things and having a good relationship with a bank, you go ahead and apply for a credit card with that bank. They're more than likely going to throw you a higher limit, and from there you could just go to other banks and different types of other credit institutions and be able to get different lines of credit, and up until you get to around 100,000, whatever you need. You don't need 100,000, but I'm just going off of my personal experience because this is coming from somebody who has over 100,000. So I'm just giving you guys a little feedback on what I did and some things you can do to hurry up and speed up the process. All right, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you feel like there's anything I missed, or if you have any types of questions at all, just comment them down below, or you can reach out to me on Instagram. I always respond to everybody. What else? Yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. And if you do need help with anything credit related, whether it be credit building, credit repair, anything, you got any negative items on your credit report, you could DM me on Instagram, the word credit, and I'll be sure to help you. Again, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'm out.